Welcome back, out-of-body explorers. So today I want to talk about one of my out-of-bodies that I had on December 31st, 2019. The out-of-body is about sound vibration healing and technology healing, and how I was introduced to this on that day. So here's what happened. Basically, you know how America's asleep and now they're waking up, and now we're trying to figure out, like, wow, we have been lied to about everything. So on December 31st, 2019, it was a Tuesday, and it's funny because at 12:40, there's this insert that says, "Are you ready to play?" God kept asking me, "We are ready to play." That's what I heard. Here I am. I'm in a classroom, and now I'm trying to figure myself out here because people are now handing me tests. And as I look down at these tests, I can see that I am a physics teacher. And so I look up, and it's one of my favorite players. His name is Michael, and I know he's a warrior, a go-getter, just really intelligent. So I knew that this was a hyper-focus, and it was very serious. I look up, and there's this individual, and it looks like this guy. Emery Smith. So part of this is about that. And now he comes in, he's wearing a white shirt, black belt, gray pants, and I could already tell there was something really different. And I felt government in my head. That's all I just said was government, government, government. Okay? So he approaches me and he actually asks me. I see all the exams. They pass with flying colors. I'm approached about it by this individual, and I have nothing else to say. I said, I tell this governmental authority, which, like I said, who looks like Emery Smith. He's like, well, all these problems were done correctly. I'm their teacher. Now I start getting insulted. I'm their teacher. If I'm teaching them the wrong equation and they all get it wrong, I'm their teacher. I'm the one to blame. It's like, yeah, no, you need to show me. And as soon as I said, but they're right. And then he goes, you know what? You're right. And says, come with me. And boom, sure enough, I'm in the next scene. And the next scene is I'm behind Giant Stadium. Now, I was already at Giant Stadium when I was a little girl because I was in a drum and bugle corps, so I know what it looks like. So immediately I knew it was Giant Stadium. This is what I actually have a little drawing of it. He shows me the entire stands on the side. All the chairs were taken out, but there was an entire percussion band. Entire, soup to nuts band. Everything was there, bells, everything. And they start to play and march all the way down, and I'm just like, wow. But I'm hyper-focused on each little individual, on the military uniforms that they were wearing. And as soon as I look at him and he goes, do you feel it? And now, did I feel it? I felt it come through my body, and the shake and the feeling of euphoria is what I actually felt. And I didn't know how to express this so much because there was something not right with him. Something bothered me. And so finally I said, yeah, I do feel it. He goes, oh, good, because we're going to go here now. So I start to follow him behind him, and he shows me a plane, and it's like a jet, but it's not like a normal jet I've ever seen in my life. It's not really triangular, but it is triangular. And as I look, I see the colors, red, white, and blue. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm out. And boom, I wake up. So now the very next day, which was January 1st, 2020, I am at my sister's house, because this is all happening when I'm sleeping in her house. And I notice a YouTube. I was looking for a Greg Braden video, but when I clicked on it, this other video came up, and this is where I see Emery Smith. And the only reason why I end up seeing it is that I see him speaking, and he's wearing the clothes that I saw that night. And so now I'm a little taken back that I was like, wow, who is this guy? And then he starts talking about his experiences and how basically he worked for the military and he was splicing and dicing all these species, trying to figure out, these ETs or these extraterrestrials or these light beings or these crisscrossed animals or these crisscrossed people that are under the military D.U.M.B.S, okay? So now I hear this story and I'm a little shocked because now this is just blowing my mind. And I decide to get on 4 webinars with him. Outstanding in the sense of I understand where he's coming from, but that out-of-body was telling me that there's something wrong with him, okay? So I know if you're Emery Smith fans, I'm sorry to break the news, but he was there for me to understand the healing part of vibration. Whereas, like I said, my life changed around that time. So now the number one is I obviously meet this individual, get on 4 webinars with him, Emery Smith. And like I said, they were outstanding. He went into the whole pandemic thing and started explaining all that. It was very interesting. But what he also had was a piece of technology. And because now I'm down this rabbit hole, I start understanding all the patents that were held back for technology of healing, and which they're a lot to do with vibration. Now, here is my device. Now, I bought the professional one because I was like, I'm done with doing anything else. I have my healing family. We're going to figure this out. So the issues are in my tissues, and that's why I did that video about feelings buried alive never die. Absolutely dead on. So this machine helps my outer part of my body, and some of my functions inside the body. But the emotional stress is usually that. So if you get on their website, which I will leave in here in the description, Let Medical Russia is the developer and the sole manufacturer of cosmetic and ENS devices in the world. And Let Health LLC is honored to be its official representative in North America, bringing to the market its latest R&D in the area of natural pain management. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, I vouch for this. I haven't used ice in 2 years. I'm going to tell you, and I'm not telling you that you need to buy these things. I'm just telling you where I'm all at with this. And why am I bringing this up? Because in my out of body, I have seen light beings pull me through technology. I can give you movies of what they actually look like. They're almost like med beds. And you have to be very careful that they're giving you upgrades when you do go to sleep. And when you get these upgrades, make sure you're getting the upgrades from the correct people. And that's where it goes back to the protection of God when you go to bed. So like I said, all day, your nighttime and your daytime start to crisscross. And it's really important for you to work on these things so that the inner peace is solved. But I'm going to tell you right now, we have to learn how to work with technology and work with our spirit. And our spirit, like I said, I'm with my healing family. They work out my spirit. They work out the things that might have upset me, or my sensitivity to somebody else's, grief, or my sensitivity to somebody else's shame. It goes through my body. All right, out-of-body explorers. So that event made me wake up to some of the UFO stuff. And like I said, I made all these connections with Emery Smith, and I only pretty much got very into what he had to say because a lot of those things resonated with me with my out-of-body explorations. And then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And that's important because his information I was done with. I only needed certain parts to make me understand that the out-of-bodies that I've been through are real. And then I also had to figure out that there was these UFO informants that were only good to a certain point because they're part of the manipulated source. So know what I'm talking about is important on how you feel. Remember, brain, gut, heart. How do I feel? Very important that it all connects so that your steps going forward continue to go forward and you don't idolize anybody. Okay, out-of-body explorers, so put in the comments if you get what I'm talking about and you're ready to hear just those wild stories, because they're happening. And I have to start telling you all these portals that I've been through on Long Island. So I am ready to do that in the future, okay? All right, quantum leapers, press like and subscribe, and I will definitely continue telling you some of these stories. All right, see you next week and have a great day.